So back in my day, we were really excited to get spell check. Spell check was the thing for writing reports or whatever else. Now the kids have ChatGPT to literally auto write for you. You don't need to worry about the grammar. You don't need to worry about the spelling. So, anyways, we're doing a lab next week, or no, we're not doing a lab. We're doing a class next week, and the class is going to be on how to actually create a blog, an automatic blog using ChatGPT. And obviously, with our classes, we always step up. So we start at the lowest level, and then we build up, and we build up, and we build up. So hopefully, we're going to end the class by actually creating a whole platform using Django. But to get to that point, basically, I want to create this little blogging app that's just writing to an HTML web page. So basically, what's happening is we are feeding a title. We are feeding a title to ChatGPT. We are saying write a 500-word post based off of that title, and then we are appending this simply to a text file. So we go over here and we take a look at the code. Again, API key will be gone by the time you're watching this. So title equals crazy facts about eggs, crazy facts about whatever else. Here's the response. Basically, you are a journalist for the system. Write a 500-word blog post for the assistant, and then the question we're feeding it is that title value. Then we're going to print title out on the screen. Then we're going to print out the response. So this is the actual response. So this is the whole JSON. Don't care about the whole JSON. We just want the actual thing to come out. So we have that. Then what we're going to do here is we're actually going to create the HTML. So when this comes from ChatGPT, it comes as plain text format, which, right, with a web page, it doesn't care about plain text format. It cares about HTML formatting. So basically what we're doing here is we are going to split the response into a list based off of a next line. Then what we're going to do is we're basically going to feed all of those lines in the list and add the p tags around them. And so that's going to give us the body of the HTML. And the HTML file is then going to be title within h1 tags, and then the body HTML. Sorry, the title with the h1 tags and the body within the HTML. Then what we're going to come down here is whenever we append to this file, I want to append to the beginning, because it's a blog post. I want to append to the beginning, not the end. So if you simply do file equals open, whatever the file name is, that will append to the end. We don't want that. We want that in the beginning. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to open the file in read-only mode as the original. We're then going to turn the original into HTML old. We're going to close that file. And then basically what's going to happen down here is HTML is going to equal the new HTML, right? So this HTML is a new blog post that came in. So we're going to put this at the beginning, next line, and then the old HTML, so it was previously there, we're going to write to the file, and then we're going to close. And so what that's going to do is that's going to append to the beginning. So again, we've got crazy facts about eggs, crazy facts about bats, crazy facts about horses. So let's go up here and say crazy facts about, I don't know, lice. I'm literally pulling this crap out of my butt. Okay, and then we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna click the bloop. And then when we click the bloop, we can now see it is processing. So ChatGPT is not the fastest in the world. Again, for most people, it doesn't really matter. But it is something to think about, like in a production environment. Like, we're not talking about microseconds or milliseconds or nanoseconds. You know, we might be talking about about the point of minutes here. So again, just one of those things to think about. And again, that's an important thing to be thinking about with technology. Is not just what it provides you, but things like the speed. If you're dumping this into a production environment, taking that long to respond might actually be an issue. So anyways, let's go here. We have crazy eggs about eggs, crazy facts about eggs. So I'm gonna simply hit a refresh, and we have crazy facts about lice. Lice are small, parasitic insects that infest the hair, the scalp of humans, ancient infestation, adaptability, super speedy breeders, survival tactics, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, and so basically, and imagine you could actually feed this in a list. So I could have all of this in a 4x list. So I could have a list of titles, right? I could put a list of 20 titles, have this processed through a 4x loop, And literally, I don't know, in about 5 minutes, I could have a blog with 20 titles. Again, imagine if I put 100 titles, because that's one thing to think about, right? Whenever you're gonna be creating like a platform or a blog, it's not about having one post or two posts. It's about having 200 posts or 300 posts. Imagine if you had somebody sit down and literally all they did for an hour was they typed out 300 topics that that blog was gonna be interested in. They create a list, right? You then process through the list. And literally within 2 hours, probably within about 2 hours, even with the manual labor, if you do manual work, within 2 hours, you could have a 300 post blog up and running. And as I say, imagine an internet where any jackass can create a 300 blog post platform in about 2 hours. And then imagine in Bangladesh, where you cram 50 people into a dark room and you just have them creating entire not blog posts, entire blogs all day long. What do you think that disaster is gonna look like? Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. So anyways, with this, one of the things to be thinking about is, as a real technology professional, is not simply about this, right? A lot of people are focused on this, ChatGPT, and they're like, yes. Remember, this actually is a simple part. As a technology professional, this is a simple part. The interesting part, the difficult part, is where do you get the inputs from, right? Where is the data source for all of these inputs? And then also, the interesting thing too here is what are you going to do with the responses when you get them? So right now, we're simply printing out to a blog.html file, right? But if this is going to be in the real world, you'd want to process them into a database, right? So Django uses SQLite, but you'd use, you'd use Postgres or use MySQL or something like that. So one of the things you have to think about is, okay, you bring this in, and then you dump it into the database. You actually have to parse it and you have to process it to put it into the database. And then there's a question about then how are you going to pull it out of the database to turn it into a format that users are actually going to want to consume. And that's where it gets a lot more interesting. And again, that's what we as technology professionals get paid for. Too many people think that we get paid for this. Oh, hell no. Oh, no, hell no. We get paid for this. So anyways, if you like these types of videos, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like these types of videos, give us a thumbs up. Share, comment, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. And I will keep working on the class. Very excited. Tuesday night, like I said, we're going to have a series of these types of projects that are going to build up into actually creating a simple Django AutoBlog to really show the power of this and to show the evil of this. Oh, do you remember when the biggest problem with the internet was all the Fiverr writers writing all the crap? Yeah, now the Fiverr people are going to be using AI to write all the crap. The internet was fun. The internet was fun. Time to go somewhere else. See y'all later.